Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. Today's video, 3 blockbuster trades involving Yannick Ngakoue. And if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do, because if the Raiders do go out and trade for the star defensive end, I'm going to go live. Make sure that you're the very first to know, and make sure you're interacting with me on my live channel. So go ahead and click that big red button. You ready to get into today's show? I sure hope so. No matter the location, from OAK, LA to LV, I'm a Raider. Yannick Ngakoue blockbuster trade ideas. I'm going to give you 3 that are going to make you think a little bit, and I want you to go down in the comments for all 3 of them and give me your honest opinion. The reason why I'm doing this video, I can't go anywhere. I don't care if it's on Instagram, I don't care if it's on Twitter, wherever it is, without seeing this man, without seeing a trade, without seeing some sort of rumor about the Raiders potentially be interested in Yannick Ngakoue. So these reports first started popping up about 5 months ago. I've shown this multiple times. I have given this rumor 0 Chucky heads before, but when you see a lot new quotes and when you see a lot of things on the internet, all I'm saying is this. Do your homework and do your research. That's why I'm going to make this video. So here's a quote from Michael Lombardi. This is not from this past Tuesday, as I've seen it in articles this week. This is from last Tuesday. I got a tip from general manager not involved in the Ngakoue talks, indicating that the Jags were close to shipping Ngakoue out of town. Destination unknown. Okay, Michael. He thought it might be the Jets or the Raiders or any of the other teams that need an excellent pass rusher. Let me just warn you, anytime you see a quote from Michael Lombardi, I understand he's got a blue check mark, but he's really not that reliable. Is he a talented player? Yes. Could he help the Raiders? Absolutely. But when it really comes down to it, if you're going to go out and trade for Yannick Ngakoue, not only are you going to give up draft capital, not only are you going to probably have to give up a player, you're also going to have to pay him a lot of money. Now, if he was a free agent and he wanted this money, I would think about it a little bit more closely. But when I look at a lot of the other deals, when I see the fact that Myles Garrett got 5 years, when I see the fact that Joey Bosa got 5 years, he's not going to get that much money. He does at least want to be paid like one of the highest paid pass rushers in the league. I do project him when he ever does get traded and he gets his new contract extension to make the money that you see on screen. So knowing the fact that you're going to have to give up draft capital, knowing the fact that you might have to give up a player, and knowing the fact that you're going to have to pay him the amount of money that I showed you, I'm going to make this the pinned comment on today's video. Should the Raiders go out and trade for Yannick Ngakoue? I want you to type Y for yes or N for no. The first trade idea, here it is. I got 3 of them, so don't go anywhere. Would you make this trade? Type Y1 for yes or type N1 for no. The reason why you're putting that number is because I want to know what you think of every single trade I show you. So the Raiders, they received Yannick Ngakoue. The Jacksonville Jaguars, they received Brandon Parker, a 2021 second-round pick, and a 2021 fourth-round pick. Brandon Parker, I'm sorry, he doesn't have a lot of value, but the Jags, they are at least looking for depth at the left tackle position. So let's just say this deal happens. Let's say the Raiders are able to pull it off. You go out and get Yannick Ngakoue now to add with Max Crosby, with Clelin Ferrell, with Carl Nassib. The reason why I threw Brandon Parker in there is because they have been pretty confident in Sam Young because he's been looking pretty solid. He's been, as Gruden has called him, a salty veteran. He has been taking advantage of Trent Brown's absence. Luckily, Brown is back. All I'm trying to say is this. The Raiders moved on from P.J. Hall. You're seeing a lot of people who weren't Mike Mayock's guys already getting the boot. Brandon Parker has not worked out, and I know he was a higher draft pick. I'm sorry, it's just never going to work out with Brandon Parker. So you keep a veteran like Sam Young, because David Sharp also does worry me a little bit because the reports out of camp have not been all that great. Remember, we are stronger together, and I want to give you this deal one more time. For only $15.99, you can get the t-shirt that you see on screen. It's also the one I'm wearing right now. Raider Nation is family, and like I said in my yesterday's video, I don't care what color you are. I don't care how many arms, how many legs, what you look like. We are stronger together, and we need to realize that. So if you're a woman, you can get this shirt. If you want to get the special lady in your life that t-shirt, it's also available at the link that you see below, chatsports.com/RaiderStrong. Oh, yeah. They also have hoodies. The hoodies and all the t-shirts are 25% off. They are a limited time. I'll put the link in the comments. I'll put it in the description. If you do go out and get this shirt, hit me up on IG. I'm going to start posting them on my IG. It's at Mitchell Renz 365. Trade idea number 2. Would you make it? Type Y2 for yes or type N2 for no. So the Raiders, they receive Yannick Ngakoue. It's going to be a common theme here on today's show. Spoiler alert. The Jags, they receive Jadeveon Hankins, Lamarcus Joyner, and a 2021 third-round pick. So the reason why I said with Jadeveon Hankins, the Jags, they were ranked 28th last year against the run, and they allowed 23 rushing touchdowns. They've been looking to bolster their defensive tackle position. You move on from Lamarcus Joyner, they're just looking for depth there, and then a 2021 third-round pick. So let's say that we pull this deal off. Obviously, losing Jadeveon Hankins, who is better in the run game, and our interiors, that hurts a little bit, but we do know that Cleveland has been playing better, that he's added some weight. Maybe this is an easier transition for him to play a little bit more of defensive tackle. So you have Malik Collins, you have Cleveland Ferrell, you have Mo Hurst up the middle, plus you did go out and get Daniel Ross. I know Rod Marinelli likes him a lot. So Yannick and Crosby, it does look pretty good. So then you also move on from Joyner. By moving on from Joyner, by trading him, you save $7.95 million. So he's scheduled to make 9.2. So you are going to take a little bit of a dead cap hit. But for Jacksonville, if you're willing to take on his contract, you end up doing that. If you're the Raiders, you say, sure, give him a fresh start in Jacksonville. It did not work out. He was great with the Rams in 2018, couldn't get it together. And the other reason why I say do it, because we got this guy, Amik Robertson, who the Raiders drafted in the 4th round, 139 overall. I'm a little bit cautious in throwing him into the fire right away, but I do know that he is the long-term option. I said on my news and rumors video yesterday that Vic DeForest said that he is going to be the long-term slot cornerback. Well, guess what? I know it ain't going to be Lamarcus Joyner, and if I can save money now, I'm going to do it because I do know Amik Robertson, he's going to be ready to rock and roll. Trade idea number 3. This will be my last one. I'm curious which one y'all like the most. Remember, if you don't like any of them, y'all know where to find me on IG and Twitter. So would you make this trade? Type Y3 for yes, or I want you to type N3 for no. Raiders, they get Yannick. The Jaguars receive Carl Nassib and a 2021 second-round pick. Let me just remind you, all the trades that I showed you are all trades that I personally would do. So here's the depth chart if this one goes down. You have Yannick, you have Cleveland on the left side, you have Max Crosby and Arden Key on the right side, really able to get after the quarterback position. You keep your defensive tackles to have extra depth there, but I'm sure a lot of you are like, Mitch, why would you trade away Carl Nassib? He hasn't even played a single snap yet. The reason why I'm going to do it, because the reports out of camp right now are not very good, and yeah, I know we've heard a lot about Arden Key, but the fact that there's been more hype around Arden and the fact that right now the Raiders are actually contemplating putting Key in more than Carl Nassib, that scares the bejesus out of me. So we went out and gave him a 3-year, $25 million deal. If the Jags are willing to take on his contract because they have a very unhappy Yannick Ngakoue, and perhaps the Raiders can pitch it right now as a selling high, if you will, for a player that's had at least 6 sacks over the last 2 years, for a defense that does play some 3-4. That's where Carl Nassib was at his absolute best with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Josh Allen is not your typical defensive end. Carl Nassib is not your typical defensive end. Both are kind of like this outside linebacker range. Josh seemed to do really well as a rookie for the Jags. I know we wanted them on the Raiders, but maybe Carl Nassib, a 2021 second-round pick, would be enough to go out and get Yannick Ngakoue. So I don't know about you. If you made it this far in the video, I want you to just type sick, because I know I am, but that's just part of the offseason that we're in. If I see rumors on the internet, my job is to talk about them, so don't get mad at me. So if you're sick of all the Yannick Ngakoue trade rumors, what I want you to do is type sick, and maybe, just maybe, click the share button. That way that we can get more people to see the video to know that, yeah, we're sick and tired of talking about it. So before I leave you, I do want to give you this special offer one more time. Raider Nation stronger together. We as people are stronger together, and I think we need to rep this t-shirt because that explains that. Go to chatsports.com/RaiderStrong. I will put that link in the comments of this video. I will put it in the description of the video. So for some reason, if you can't remember the link, I got you covered. These t-shirts, the sweatshirts, they are 25% off. The sweatshirts are only $39.99. The t-shirts, $15.99. Always remember this, Raider Nation. I love you, and we are stronger together. Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky Heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this. I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.